All right, almost there. And we're live. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing Friday. It's so great to be live with you. And welcome to our first Facebook Live Q&A session on student life. Let me see your comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And as you're joining online, make sure you press that like button and that share button. And most importantly, use the comment section below to send us your questions. My name is Monica Sliwa, one of the proudest student pharmacists at UC San Diego SCAG School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. I'd like to thank our amazing Doctor of Pharmacy candidates for joining us this afternoon. And of course, a big virtual hug to my co-host, Sahar.
Everybody, how are you guys doing? Some of you may know me, some of you may not, but my name is Sahar and I'm here in admissions. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have.
Now we'll keep an eye out for questions related to student life while we have my colleagues introduce themselves. So please take it away. State your name, year, undergraduate program in which you've attended and graduated from, and your interests. We'll start with Stephen.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Monica and Sahar. I'm super happy to be here. So my name is Stephen Chen. I am a P4, I'm a fourth-year pharmacy student here at SCAG School of Pharmacy. The undergraduate I went to is UC Irvine. I graduated in 2017. In terms of interests, I'm a pretty big person. I like nature a lot, so I go hiking a lot. And I think it's perfect, especially during COVID too, just to keep my mind in check. So if you guys like hiking, San Diego is a great place. Lots of great hiking trail, wonderful beaches. I'm happy to answer any question you guys might have. Great seeing you guys all.
Thank you, Stephen. We'll have Afrooz. I know you're at work, so thanks so much for joining.
Of course, my pleasure, Monica. Hi, everyone. My name is Afrooz Sabouri, and I'm a current P3 student, third-year pharmacy student at UCSD SCAG School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Science. And for my undergrad, I also went to UCSD, and I graduated from Muir College. And as you can see, I don't leave UCSD. I am still a UCSD student, and I'm so proud of it. And for my interest, I have a little 3-year-old. Whenever I get a chance, I play with her and then take her out for a run, for a bike. And I love swimming myself. I love biking myself. And I play piano also. And I would be happy to answer any questions related to pharmacy, student life, and also anything that we can help you with.
Thanks so much, Afrooz. Kwa, virtual stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kwa Bung, and I'm a current P2 pharmacy student at UCSD SCAG School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. For undergrad, I graduated from Cal State Long Beach with a bachelor's in general bio in 2018. My current interests right now, I really love photography and videography. I've been doing it ever since high school and fell in love with it and keeping it with me during pharmacy school too. So I do daily vlogs or weekly vlogs of my life. So if you guys are interested, feel free to stop by on my YouTube channel. And you can find me at KV2 PharmD on YouTube, or you could search my name, and I'll be very open and glad to answer any questions you guys have for me.
I'm a big fan, Kwa, just letting you know. One of your subscribers too.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Let's hear from Louis, my coworker. What's up? How are you doing?
Hey, hello everyone. My name is Odeesho. I'm a P1 here at SCAG School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. I graduated from SDSU this last May, majoring in microbiology. Let's see, interests, I have quite a few. I like to paint, mostly, and I play the piano, just like Afrooz. I love hiking, like Stephen. And let's see, hiking definitely is a big one. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've summed up everything. And I've seen your vlog, Kwa. I love your videos, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
See, that's awesome. And you guys, you know, I paint too, right? You see all that?
Yeah,
Wait.
Monica, do you want to tell us about your interest too? We want to hear it.
Yes.
Yes,
Sure. I
please.
mean, if you're, yeah, I mean, yeah, I sing in multiple languages. I play the piano too. But my favorite is the guitar right there. What else do I do? I
You're
paint.
painting, yeah.
I paint. Yeah, I paint. What else? I don't know. I love helping people, so I think that makes me happy, and just like you guys.
Well, you do landscapes, right, Monica? Those are lovely paintings.
Thank you. That's acrylic. Yeah. Thank you so much. I
Lovely.
really appreciate that. Look at the high. You guys, I have a YouTube channel too. Subscribe to it too. I'm just kidding. All right. I think we have a question from someone. The question is, what is it like to be a first year student here? So we'll
That's
have
for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. So what I like mostly about it is the connection that we have between the students. It's very different from undergrad. Here, all the students are like a family. Even though I've never met most of them in person, like it's all virtual, but there's a great connection between us, and not just with the students, but with the staff too. Like how much they care about us. So it's been overwhelming. I love it. So far, so good. Very excited.
So good to hear from you, Louis. I think I can open this question up to like all of us. I want to really hear from Stephen. I'm looking forward to P4 year. Stephen, you want to tell me more about how you like it?
Yeah, definitely, Monica. So P4 years, it's pretty different, as many of you guys know, and for prospective students. So P4 is a year you go on rotation. So what this means that you'll be rotating through different sites, where you can do different type of pharmacy. So for example, on my acute care medicines, internal medicine to be exact, you get to rotate through different sites. You go through community, hospital practice, ambulatory care, or if you're interested in specialty care, some people go into home infusions, oncology, and so on and so forth. So each rotation is usually around 6 weeks or so, and after that you get to rotate to different sites. So far so great. It's great. I'm on my third rotation right now. All three of my rotations so far have been at UCSD, so it's great. You get to have the options. You get to go around different hospitals. One of mine is coming up in Scripps, but so far I love it here at UCSD. All the preceptors here are really nice. They really wanted to teach, because they don't get compensated for staying over. Sometimes they will stay over after they clock out to go over certain concepts with me. And I think as a student, for all of you guys will probably, learn a lot more while you're being on rotations. You can, even though you can never really prepare for it, but once you get on rotations, you really learn it, because, your patients, rely you on it. So it's great. So far, so good. I still have 4 more rotations coming up, but I'm on my third one, so everything's so good so far. So if you guys have more questions regarding specific rotations or things in terms of how, what to do to prepare for your P4 year, just let me know. I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Stephen. I really appreciate that. Let's see. And how do you like it so far, Afrooz, being a P3?
Yeah, I love it. We just started our therapeutic classes like a month ago, and I think I love it already. And I think therapeutic, it's gonna make us ready for next year rotation. It's my favorite class, and I love my P2 year a lot. And then now we're like P3. I love therapeutic a lot, and then just can't wait for our rotations next year. And in general, I love SCAG just because as like everyone know, it's like very small class sizes, and we get a chance to like know everyone, every faculty, and I love the fact they're very caring. It's like my second home, and I already miss our campus a lot.
Same
Just
here.
can't wait to go back to classes and then sit next to my beautiful classmates.
I agree, Afrooz. So all of us here, I think we love our UCSD a lot, and all our students have equal feelings here. Let me hear from Kwa. Kwa, would you like to tell us about P2 year and the joint curriculum? How do you like it so far?
Yeah, so the joint curriculum is definitely a lot faster pace, in my opinion, compared to first year. I think I really enjoy it. It's fast paced, but it flies by really fast. And we're doing cardio block right now, and I feel like it's very applicable for the future. So I'm trying my best to learn everything. But yeah, it's definitely a lot faster pace than P1 year. So I definitely have to stay on it. Even though I don't have much like class time compared to P1 year, it's definitely a lot of time outside of class and just studying it. But overall, I'm enjoying it so far.
Thank you so much for sharing. I have another question here from another student. They're asking, what's a typical day like? So that's going to be different for each one of us here. Feel free to unmute and let me know how your day is, even if you're Stephen, you can tell us about P4 year again, but a typical day, like how is it really? Waking up, when do you wake up? When do you sleep? I think that's the question.
Yeah, sure. That's a great question actually. So I guess the answer really depends on the type of rotation you're on, but I can kind of share about the past 3 rotations I'm on. So I'll start with my current one right now, which is internal medicine at UC San Diego, Jacobs Medical Center. So for those who you don't know, so UC San Diego has 2 different medical centers, one located in Hillcrest, and the other one's Jacob, literally right across from where I'm living at grad housing. So this rotation is internal medicine, so it's in patients, it's an acute care setting. So the hours are a little bit longer than what we used to. So you know, basically they just suggest me to be there at 6 or 7:30 between that time. So I try to go in at 6:30 just to work up patients. So typical day I usually go in at 6:30. So ideally you want to go in before your preceptor, your main pharmacist you're working with. So I get there around 6:30. I usually check Epic, which is Health Connect, to check for overnight events. Some of the labs data come back, and there's a few patients I'm following closely on. So the thing with internal medicine, you get so many different patients with so many different disease state. You might see hypertension, or the other thing you might see some sort of lung cancer. A wide range of patients are in general medicine. So I usually take about a few hours to work up patients. And at 7 o'clock, that's when my main preceptor comes. I also do work directly with the resident as well. So I kind of have, there's kind of a layer precepting. So the preceptor will kind of teach the PGY1, which is residents, and then they will teach it to me. After I work up patients, I usually present my recommendations on rounds. Before then, I run through my preceptors and what my recommendations are for patients. And after that, we usually do dosing. So vancomycin, the digoxins, a few other drug medications. And the great thing is a lot of those medications are actually dosed by a pharmacist. So just because the dosing is very complicated and there's a lot of renal adjustment that you have to do. So I usually help the team kind of propose a dosing regimen. And after that, I kind of give it back to the preceptor. And then after that, I usually do follow-up patients, or I usually do anti-coag education unit on warfarin, on DOACs, just education through the patients. So everything so far so good, and I usually leave around 4 to 4:30, so it's not super bad. Some people say over 12 hours. But whereas my last rotation, community rotation, was very scheduled, 9 to 5:30 every single day. So it really depends on the locations, and really depends on the site and on your preceptor as well. Yeah, but that's a good question. Thanks for asking whoever asked that, and thanks for asking me, Monica.
Thank you, Stephen. We'll ask the same question to Afrooz. Afrooz, how is your typical day like?
So my typical day at P3 day, it's pretty on schedule. I wake up every day around like 6:30, 7, have a little breakfast, and then I have my classes this year actually start pretty late at like 9 or 10 a.m. And I usually have class until 12, and then 12 to 1, we have a lunchtime, and I have to feed my little baby, and then I have to eat something very quick. And then usually from 1 to 2:50 or 3, we have some classes again. So I think honestly, P3 year compared to P2 year, we have more class time, and then we have less study time on our own. And then after my classes, I rest for like a couple of hours, and then again get back to studying until like 9:30 p.m. And then I take my baby to bed, and I have to go sleep next to her until she sleeps. If I have a test coming up or something like serious, I stay awake till like 12 to 1 a.m. study. Or if I don't have like any test coming up and I'm happy with the amount of studying that I had done, I go to bed early to wake up tomorrow morning, the day after, like fresh. But like today on Fridays, I'm working at CVS currently. And like Fridays, after I'm done with my classes, I have to just get into the car and then come to work, and I'm closing today. So I think I'm off by like 8 p.m.
Thanks so much for sharing, Afrooz.
course.
Before we go to Kwa and Lewis and ask about their typical day, we have a question from Lisa. What student orgs or activities are you all involved in outside of school? We can start with Lewis this time.
Yeah, so I'm a member of some of the organization like APHA and CPHA, CSHP, and one of the activities actually I sign up for is to do COVID testing. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're gonna start, I think my shift is on November. So we're gonna go out and do some COVID testing in one of the pharmacies over there. So that's new experience for me, and I'm really excited to do that.
That's amazing. Please let us know how it goes, maybe pictures, and
Oh, for
we'd be
sure.
more than
Lots
happy
of
to-
pictures.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we'll ask this question to Kwa.
Okay, so some student orgs that I'm involved in is I'm actually a board member for APHA. I currently serve as the membership VP for this year. I'm also a board member for Kappa Psi, which is a pharmaceutical fraternity that we have here on campus, and I'm the historian. Also, I am a student ambassador for the school on Monica's team.
Thank you, Kwa. I'm so glad we worked together. Let's see, Afrooz, tell me what
Yes,
you're involved in.
Yeah, I'm also this a very proud student ambassador, and I'm also a member of APHA and CSHP, and I'm also a co-president. Oh, I mean that's not an org, but like there is a Middle Eastern medical / pharmacy student interest group that I'm co-president with you, Monica. You're doing it together with
Yeah, we're doing it
the
together.
corporation of some medical students.
Absolutely, yes. And let's see, Stephen, tell me more about you.
Sure, no problem. If I interpret the question correctly, I also addressed outside of school as well. But I guess as a P4 is a little bit different since most of the time you're on rotation. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to kind of stay connected with your campus. But some of the activity that I've done in the past, for my past 2 years, I did also APHA as well, American Pharmacy Association. I was part of CHSP as well, part of student ambassador as well. So it's a great team of people here. And then I also did a little bit of free clinic as well as part of the Neurovax team at the free clinic. But other than that, outside of school, I used to volunteer at a food bank. I'm from Orange County originally. I try to volunteer whenever I could. It's usually just a 4-hour shift, just whenever I could to help them pack food. So that's great. The other part that I was part of when I was a P1 year, I did a little bit of missionary trip. That was actually with the undergraduate at UC San Diego, Flying Sam. So went down to Mexico to, volunteer at the clinic a little bit. So that was pretty unique, pretty cool. So plenty of extracurriculum that we could do here outside at school at SCAX. But I also feel like we have so many opportunities that we can work with the community over here too. And I know Monica did a lot of different community outreach as well, especially during COVID time too.
It's amazing how all of us here have been involved with that community outreach that I'm going to talk about in a minute. Sahar contributed. Afrooz is a part of the leadership team. Quad donated a lot of clothes. Stephen as well. Lewis is one of our very new volunteers. I'm so happy. So the school, I'm going to be very honest, they support your creative ideas. And during this pandemic, we saw firsthand how we can assist the people in the community, especially those who are immunocompromised or 65 years of age or older. My advisor, Dr. Rabia Atai, the Associate Dean of Admissions here at UCSD, she was one of my first supporters. And she was like, Monica, let's get started and I'll work with you to, make it happen. And since March, we've helped over 6,500 people. So the school here is very open to new ideas and we're big on community service. The time is 5:19. The time flew by. We were planning to stay here for 15 minutes. But if you guys have any more questions, we're gonna keep it. I'll keep the chat open, or if you guys can leave the comments below, we'll read them after, and I can give you guys a call if you have any questions or not. Oh, we have another question actually. Where do you guys like to eat in SD? Well, that will be our last question, and then we'll end our live session. Where do you guys like to eat? I like my mom's food, so I'm always home eating mom's food. How about you guys?
I love Mexican restaurants around here. To be specific, probably Tacos El Gordo or Vallarta's. It's always a good spot for me.
I agree with Ko. I love Taco El Gordo a lot too. But there is a sushi place in Rancho Bernardo called Akaihana that I love to go. Like sometime like once every couple weeks, I think I go to that restaurant. But I try to stay home these days because of COVID. Try to cook at home and then eat home. But I can't wait for school to start. I love those food trucks that used to come on Thursday, Mexican food. So I missed it a lot.
Yes.
Steven, you wanted to let us know what you like to eat?
Sure. I mean, for me, I definitely agree with you guys. You guys said it already. Mexican food it's fantastic here in San Diego. It's very authentic. I work more down south near the border, one exit away from the actual border. So I go down to Tacos El Gordos a lot. And then at the same time, I think there's just so many different type of culture and different type of cuisine over here. There's a lot of great, brunch places near La Jolla, near the beach. But we also have a lot of different, Asian, like Middle Eastern, different type of food. So I go to Kearny Mesa. It's one of the neighborhoods near over here. It's really close. I feel like being such a great place in La Jolla, we have so many different type of options. So can't really pin down to just one specific restaurant. But Tacos El Gordo, definitely agree with you guys.
Thank you, Steven. What about you, Luis? Before we end our live, let us know what you like to eat in San Diego.
Well, I definitely prefer the homemade food, but there's a restaurant called, you're probably familiar with it, it's called Sahara, Taste of the Middle East. I love that place. That's probably one of the few places that I like to eat at. They have a delicious food. It's a Middle Eastern restaurant, by the way. I love Middle Eastern food. I'm Middle Eastern, so.
Monica, your mom has to open a restaurant. If she open a restaurant, I'm going to be the first customer. I mean, forever customer, every single day.
Sounds good. I'll let her know. Thank you guys so much for joining again. Again, for those of you live with us right now, send us questions. If you still have any questions, don't hesitate to message us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll be able to. Yes, Sahar, if it seems like you want to tell me something.
Yes, there's two more questions, which we did answer the one that what do you guys usually do in your free time? And if you guys want to briefly just touch on that real quick. And then the one last question, if you guys want to answer, is what did you guys major in? And do you feel that's been helpful in your pharmacy school?
Louis, you want to get us started and we'll go by class?
Sure, yeah. I'll start with with something I like to do again. It's definitely painting. I actually have an iPad, you can see it, with the Apple Pencil. That's what I usually do my drawings, all digital now. And for majoring, I majored in microbiology. And I think any major that you can do, it doesn't really matter as long as, it's one of the sciences, biology, chemistry, those definitely would help you out in pharmacy school. But any major would work fine. Because pharmacy school will prepare you no matter what. You're good to go.
Kwa, thank you so much, Louis. Kwa, your turn.
All right. So for my interests, I really love photography and videography. Before starting pharmacy school, I was actually a freelance photographer. So I did that for about a year. So in terms of my major, I graduated with general biology, and I thought that was really helpful. It knocked most of my prereqs out, so I didn't really need to take any extra classes in order to apply for pharmacy school. So I think being in the sciences would help, but being any type of major doesn't matter. As long as you get the prereqs down, you should be fine.
Thank you, Kwa.
Yes, I agree with Kwa actually. I also, my major in undergrad was general biology, but if you just satisfied all the prerequisite that SCAGS needs from you, I think you're ready to go. And then for my interest, I love working out, swimming, biking, running, and then painting. And I also love to play piano.
Stephen, take it away.
All right. Yeah, so I just want to comment. I mean, I think being at SCAX, every single person has some sort of hidden talent. Everyone is definitely very talented here. I know before COVID, we actually would have talent show. A lot of great, organizations, they actually come together and play music. Serotonin, for example, is one of the organizations we have on campus. But for me specifically, hiking is part of it. The other part is also like traveling as well. Before COVID, I like to travel a lot. But even with COVID right now, I try to explore San Diego, which is the neighborhoods around San Diego. I think it's great to see different type of culture, different type of buildings, and different type of places in general. Also, at the same time, I'm also a basketball fan as well. The basketball season just ended, so I was watching a lot of basketball in my free time that I try to squeeze out of besides rotation, also working as well. In terms of major and undergraduate, I was a biological sciences major at UC Irvine for 2 years, and after that, I knew I really want to go into pharmacy school. So I changed my major from general biosci to pharmaceutical sciences at UC Irvine. I do think that my major did help me a little bit to kind of, especially first year in terms of pharmacy school. We did take a little bit basic intro pharmacology, nanomedicine that kind of helped us a little bit. But of course, pharmacy school is totally different. But it did help a little bit. In terms of prerequisite, I know that it could be kind of challenging, especially as a future applicant. But UC San Diego does have a great website. I remember when I was an undergrad, I went on to the website where you can actually choose your own school, and it actually converts to all the prerequisites that you might need in order to attend SCAC School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. And I'm sure our Office of Admission would you guys have any question, you can email them. They'll do a great job to kind of explain what kind of prerequisite you might need.
Thanks a lot, Stephen, and everyone. See, Afrooz is ready to go back to work. You're free to go, Afrooz. Thank you all for joining us. I'm really honored to be here with you all. And, this was the first of many to come, hopefully. And again, if you guys have any questions, let us know. We'll end it here. If Sahar, any more questions you'd like us to address?
No additional questions, but as I mentioned in the comments, please make sure you follow or like our page, because we'll be posting more regarding live sessions. And there's going to be more live sessions with more targeted topics. So if you're interested in learning, like we did student life here, if you want to learn more about admissions or what you can expect while in pharmacy school, we're going to have more of those sessions. So please stay tuned. We'll have a lot more coming for you guys.
All right. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you guys.